So, book awards, a tool in a toolbox. That's what we're going to be talking about today. The problem is I have to pick my children up from violin lesson in about 40 minutes, so we're going to give this one shot. Firstly, who am I? Well, my name is Edward Trayer. I am a children's author. I write under the pen name Billy Bob Buttons. Yes, Billy Bob Buttons. It makes me sound like Noddy. I know. I also write adult books under Hickory Crowell. And I've written 17 books so far, mostly for toddlers and children and young adults, and 2 for adults, including Felicity Braid in the Wizard's Bookshop, Tor Assassin Hunter, I Think I Murdered Miss that won the People's Book Prize in 2014, and lots of other books. And they sell very well, mostly to schools in the UK, directly to schools. In fact, I've sold a few 100,000 of them. But I'm not here to talk about my books today. I'd like to, but I'm not here to do that. Ali has asked me, or I asked Ali, if I could talk about book awards. Now, as well as being a children's author, I also started and now run the UK-based Wishing Shelf Book Awards. And over the next 20 minutes or so, I'm hoping to show you how winning a book award will help you to market your books. Not only that, I'm going to offer you a little advice on how to go about picking a reputable book award to enter. There are a lot out there. Some of them are good, some of them are not so good. I'm going to try and help you to do that today. And finally, I'm also going to offer you a few tips and highlight a few pitfalls to help you to win. So, will winning a book award help you to sell your books? Firstly, you don't need to win. You can be long-listed, short-listed, finalist, red ribbon winner, gold, silver, bronze medalists. And all of them will help you to market your book, but only if you see it as a tool in your marketing toolbox. For example, in 2014, when I won the UK People's Book Prize with I Think I Murdered Miss, I put it on my author page on Amazon, and I put it on the front cover of all of my books. Not just the book that won, but all the rest of them as well. And it helped. It helped quite a lot. I sold a lot more books anyway. But it helped big time when I was trying to twist the arms of schools to allow me to visit them and present my literacy workshops to the students there. You see, I entered that particular book award for one reason. It was to promote my books to schools, to teachers. I wanted to use that book award as a key to getting into the schools. Now, in the past, when I sent a message to schools offering to do workshops, I get a response of approximately 1, 2, 3%. But when I put winner of the UK People's Book Prize in the box at the top of the message, I got a response of approximately 12, 15%. You see, most readers, including teachers it seems, have no clue how good or bad a literary award is. They simply see award-winning book and they think, oh, he must be good, she must be good. In my case, the teachers in the school see book prize winner and think, oh, he must be good. And they book me up for a visit. So yes, being a finalist or winning a medal in a book award can help you to sell your books, but only if you have a marketing strategy whereby you utilise the win to further that strategy. Let me put it another way. After winning the award in 2014, I began to sell an average of about 75, 80 books in every school I visited. Before I won the award, I sold an average of about 45 books. The difference, I had a marketing strategy. And every poster I sent to the school says, winner of the UK People's Book Prize in big, bold red letters at the top of the page. And the letters the schools send to parents to tell them a children's author is visiting and you can buy a signed book? Well, I can bet you can guess what it says in big bold letters at the top. See winning a book award as a tool in your toolbox. But the thing is, if you don't take the tool out, it's not going to do you any good. Now that's how winning a book award helped me. But how can it help you? For example, what if you write novels for adults and not for children? A thriller, a cosy mystery, a cookery book, or a book on woodworking? Well, there are lots of ways that winning a book award can still help you to market your book. Firstly, of course, you can add award-winning author to the front and back cover of your winning book. And of course, to any future books you might write and any books that you did write. There are so many amazing stories out there for the readers to pick from. Having award-winning author on the front cover of your book might help them to pick yours. If you happen to do a book signing, then have a roller banner produced. Here we have one for the Wishing Shelf Book Awards. They cost £30, $40. To tell shoppers that you are an award-winning author. It will help. Don't forget, winning an author is news. Even a small award is news. So tell local newspapers. Local newspapers are often desperate for anything to write. Anything. The other day, the front cover of my local rag was dedicated to a lost swan. A lost swan. Your win might just make the front page too. And if your book happens to have a local angle to it, a local history book, for example, all the better. And of course, don't forget Facebook and your blog. And of course, Amazon. As you probably know, you can access your author page through Author Central. Or you could last time I looked. They can do all sorts of things. Add a biography, a photo, and of course tell the prospective readers you won an award. Okay, so you have now possibly decided that winning a book award might help you to market your book. Now for the next hurdle. Which book award to enter? There are a lot out there. Just Google book awards, sit back and be amazed. The problem is many of them are, how can I put it, a little suspect, a little dodgy. Anybody can set up a book award, so many do. So how do you pick? Firstly, I would suggest you check out the list of awards recommended by Ali. You can find them on the Ali website. And I'm glad to say if you scroll down to W, you'll find the Wishing Shelf Book Awards listed there, recommended. Another important thing to do is to check out the awards website. Have a look and see who is organising it. Try to work out why the award is there. It might be that it's the front for a vanity press, or simply a money grab. And also, check out who is doing the judging. See what the price list is. If it's cash, wonderful. If it's a publishing contract, investigate who the publisher is, if of course you want to be published. You might find it's just a vanity press trying it on. Finally, see what they offer to authors who don't win. Remember, most authors don't. Like our awards, a few will offer feedback from the judging, which is better than a kick in the teeth. And of course, don't forget to Google them. You never know what will pop up. Now, as well as discussing whether it's worth entering a book award and how to pick the best award to enter, I thought I'd give you a few insights into how we judge a book at the Wishing Shelf. And I think, to be honest, many awards do pretty much the same thing. Now, the children's books are judged by 8 UK-based schools, the adult books by 2 reading groups, one in London and one in Stockholm, Sweden. Of course, our readers look at writing style, plot, pacing, character development, etc., as you would expect. But let me tell you what turns our readers off. The pitfalls you don't want to fall into. For a start, our readers have discovered that more and more authors and small publishers are experimenting with fonts for the story. Now, I think that's okay. I do it with my books. It's sort of fun, in fact, particularly for picture books, for example. But every so often a font is picked that is very difficult to decipher. And this, of course, kills the book for our frustrated readers. Also, a small number of independently published novels feel a bit rushed, particularly over the last few chapters. Our readers often feel a story, particularly an adventure story, should end big and exciting. If it's rushed and all over in a page or two, the readers sort of feel a bit cheated, a bit let down. Most of our adult readers are often disappointed by the length of a few of the books. They feel that a few independent authors, just a few, in a hurry to get the book on Kindle, will attempt to finish the story in 25,000 words or so. Consequently, the books feel rushed. Our readers always advise, don't rush it, develop the characters, allow the reader the opportunity to care about what happens to them. Adult non-fiction. The books are generally excellent that entered in the Wishing Shelf Book Awards. But several of them have such small typeface that they're almost impossible to read. Now I know it's tempting, a lot of non-fiction can be very, very long. You pick a tiny font size, it keeps the cost of printing down. But not so small the readers need a magnifying glass. Now to the children's books. Our readers often find a number of the rhyming picture books have problems. It's sort of odd really, because a rhyming book, a picture book, it's only maybe 300, 400, 500 words long. A lot of authors feel, wow, walk in the park, piece of cake. But actually, it's the picture books, particularly the rhyming picture books, that often have the biggest problems. Basically, although the text is rhyming, the authors have problems with rhythm. They forget all about rhythm, and they never even thought about rhythm. They just concentrated on the rhyme. Also, be careful not to force the rhyme by altering a sentence structure so it will rhyme. Basically, and I've seen this so many times, an author of a picture book forcing the rhyme will basically flip the sentence around. So grammatically, it makes very little sense, but it rhymes. Try not to do that. Finally, try not to let the rhyme control the plot of the story. I.e., I want this to happen next, but I can't get it to rhyme, so I'll change the story so it will rhyme. Now, I've written 4 picture books, and what I tend to do works well for me. The first time I write the story, it doesn't rhyme. I forget all about rhyme. I simply write what I hope is a wonderful story that children will enjoy. And once I've written that story that I think, yes, this is a fantastic plot, wonderful characters, they're going to love this, I then start work on the rhyme. And that way, the rhyme doesn't control the plot. Just a thought. This is the way I do it anyway. Our younger readers also notice a large number of the adventure, mystery, fantasy books start with description of setting. They often feel this is not very grabbing and does not hook them into the story. They suggest speech would be better. Now, I found this rather interesting, having written so many children's books myself. These days I do tend to open with speech or something very, very exciting happening that pulls the reader into that first chapter. Because you and I know that young people today, they want to play on their iPad, they want to play on their phone, they want to go on their computer, they want to watch TV. If we don't grab them in that first chapter or so, in that first page, in that first paragraph, they might go and play on the iPad. So I tend not to open with description of setting. I tend to hit them hard with action or with speech, where one character says something shocking, surprising, interesting to the other character, pulling them into the story. And I actually learned that from the response of our readers, our young readers, to books that are entered in our awards. Often they would say, oh, this book took so long to get going, this chapter took so long to get going, the first 2 pages were describing the forest, I couldn't get into it. I thought, yes, I'm not going to make that same mistake. So writing for young people, particularly adventure, mystery, I would tend not to open with description of setting. So to sum up then, yes, entering a book award can help you to market your book, but only if you see it as part of your marketing plan. Remember, pick wisely the award you intend to enter. Do your research first. And also, and this is a bit of tough love for you here, if you have not had your book properly edited, if you feel you rushed it in any way, the chance is it will not do well in a reputable competition. When an author enters the Wishing Shelf Book Awards, before we allow them to enter, we always read the first chapter on Look Inside on Amazon. And if it's full of errors, whether they be grammatical or spelling, we tell them not to bother. We're not trying to be rude, but quite frankly, they're not going to win. And secondly, to be honest, I'd rather they put the entry fee, the very small entry fee I might add, towards a comprehensive edit. I remember a few years ago, a very small publisher wished to enter a book in the Book Awards, but we discovered 17 spelling errors in the first chapter. In fact, it might have been the first page, but I can't quite remember. Anyway, the publisher's response was, we ran out of money, but we thought we'd try to sell it anyway. I have it written here, we ran out of money, but we thought we'd try to sell it anyway. Now you must remember, a book is a product. It's a wonderful product, a very special product, but it's still a product. And the customer expects it to work. Let's say you bought a car, but the handbrake didn't work. You ask the manufacturer why. Would you be happy with the response, we ran out of money, but we thought we'd try selling it anyway? To be honest, I think this is pretty good advice whether you intend to enter a book award or not. I personally think one of the many jobs of an independent author is to offer a reader a well-edited story. Simple as that. To finish off then, I very much hope this talk was not just interesting, but also helpful to you. And of course, if you do feel a book award will help you in marketing your story, in marketing your book, you are most welcome to contact us at the Wishing Shelf Book Awards. You will find us at www.thewsa.co.uk or simply Google the Wishing Shelf Book Awards and you'll find us. To finish off then, good luck with your writing, and I now need to go and collect my children from violin.